settle in with me. Let the room soften. And before I begin tonight's story, if these slow little journeys are becoming part of your evenings, you can leave a soft like and subscribe so another quiet place can be waiting for you tomorrow night. Now, tonight I want to take you to a cottage where the blankets were always warm, not because of magic exactly, though it might feel a little like that, but because someone inside remembered to place them by the stove before sunset every single evening. The cottage stands beyond a meadow path with a stone wall half hidden under ivy, a red gate that never quite latches, and a chimney that begins sending up pale smoke just as the sky turns blue. You reach it at dusk tonight, after walking through tall grass silvered by the last of the light. The air smells of damp earth and time, and somewhere nearby a stream is moving over smooth stones so gently that it sounds more like a memory than a sound. The cottage windows are small but bright, and through them you can see shelves, lamps, a round table, and the golden edge of a blanket folded over the back of a chair. When you open the gate, it gives a soft little squeak, the kind that belongs to old places that have never needed to be perfect in order to be loved. The front door is painted cream, with a brass handle polished by years of kind hands, and on the porch sits a basket of pine cones beside a pair of rain boots left neatly to one side. You knock once, but before the sound has even settled, the door opens. An older woman with soft white hair smiles at you. Her sleeves are rolled just above the wrists, and she is carrying a wooden spoon as if you have caught her in the middle of stirring something gentle on the stove. Come in before the evening gets colder, she says, as if it is the most ordinary thing in the world for tired people to arrive at her door just when they most need warmth. Inside, the cottage is exactly what a quiet heart would hope for. There is a fire low in the grate, copper pans hanging above a blue stove, books stacked on the window ledge, and along one wall, a blanket chest with its lid open, full of folded wool and quilt and soft brushed cotton in every muted shade of winterberry and oat and moss. The woman sets the spoon aside, then crosses to the chest and lifts out a blanket the color of warm cream. It is already heated from resting near the stove. She places it around your shoulders, and the warmth settles over you so kindly that you almost forget to breathe for a second. There now, she says. The house always does better introductions than I do. She leads you to a chair near the fire, the kind of chair that receives your tiredness immediately, with deep cushions, rounded arms, and a small footstool covered in faded blue fabric. Beside it, On a little table is a mug waiting to be filled, and before you can protest that she has already done enough, she pours something warm from a pot on the stove. Milk, honey, a little nutmeg, and a scent of vanilla that makes the whole room seem softer at the edges. You wrap both hands around the mug. The blanket stays warm across your shoulders, and the fire speaks quietly in the grate, not crackling loudly, only whispering in those steady, small sounds that seem to lower the volume of every thought nearby. The woman moves about the kitchen without hurrying, covering a loaf with cloth, turning down the lamp over the sink, closing the curtains with one calm motion. Everything she does feels like part of the same kindness, the same message repeated in different forms. You are safe here. You may soften now. Eventually, she sits in the rocking chair across from you, needles in her hands, a basket of pale yarn at her feet. But even the knitting seems almost silent. The room has been built for quiet, the kind that does not press on you, only holds you gently until your mind stops trying to stay upright. Outside, the blue evening deepens. Inside, the curtains keep the last cold light at the windows. The fire makes the shadows move slowly along the walls, and your blanket grows warmer still, as if it remembers every person who has ever sat here with tired eyes and cold hands. You think of how much the day asked from you, too much perhaps, and how rare it is to enter a room where nothing more is required, not explanation, not performance, not even conversation, only rest, only warmth, only a chair, a mug, a blanket, and a hearth that has been expecting you since before the sun went down. When your drink is nearly finished, the woman looks up from her knitting and smiles without surprise. The blankets stay warm all night, she says, in case sleep needs help finding the door. So tonight, you can remain there a little longer if you like, in the chair by the fire, with the blanket warm over your shoulders, the mug between your hands, and the cottage around you keeping the dark very softly outside. Let the warmth sink in. Let the rocking chair slow. Let the last of the day loosen and fall away, and let sleep find you